Good evening, guys. Pete from Iconic Trading. How you traders doing? Holiday weekend. I want to get one of these webinars going for you. Again, no agenda. I just really want to talk about some things, and then we're going to go over a long-awaited topic that I realize I haven't touched on yet. Well, I haven't touched on properly anyway, and that's the art of going long. You guys know I'm a sell-side trader. I love going shorts. I explain the process of going long many times. You just pretty much take what I've taught you already, or hopefully what you've learned already, and just reverse it. But that's not properly going through the process of taking a trade long. So I'm going to cover that on a couple charts tonight. But first, I want to talk about my last webinar briefly. I want to talk about Labor Day weekend, and I want to talk about the group of iconic members that I've had from day one that are still with me, and how the market is going to change probably by the end of this week coming up, only for the better. So first of all, for those that have watched my webinars and watched them in its entirety, all of them, greatly appreciate it. I love doing these webinars. I get so much satisfaction out of our members watching the webinars and learning and seeing everything come together. I only know of a handful of traders right now in the room that have watched all the webinars and they're on the road to success, and that gives me goosebumps. That is freaking fantastic. I would love to have more feedback. If it's in chat, email, text, whatever, on how you guys are doing. Because when I started this room, we all knew that it was going to be a small room. There was an application process. And I wanted people with a burning freaking desire to learn how to trade properly. That's all they want. No 9 to 5, no sitting behind a desk, no corporate bullshit America, excuse my language, but just wants to trade and have that burning desire. The ones that have probably blown up 2 or 3 times with their account, been in wrong rooms that don't care about you as a member. Churn and burn, the Sykes, IU, Faust, all those guys. I wanted to build a room that have traders that have tried and tried and tried and haven't been shown and haven't been given the tools, but still haven't given up. Okay, and that's what I think I have right now. I have a bunch of members in Iconic that have a desire to be great traders. Okay, and that gets me amped up. That gets me really excited. And I noticed on my last webinar, I was a little spent. I wasn't myself. I was a little flat. Usually my webinars have a lot more emotion in them. So, I'll tell you, I'll be flat out honest with you. When I first started this room in June, I was about 3 weeks into it, and man, I started this the worst possible time going into the summer because my trading methods work, but they don't work that well in the summertime because I need volume, momentum, and follow through. And that seems to disappear in July and August. Okay, so we had a couple members come, a couple members go, but I had a core bunch of people that stuck through it because they were learning. They know that I can call the stocks and generate money just based on my past experience in different rooms. So going back to Labor Day, as much as I love summer, I am so glad that Labor Day is here. I'm glad that markets are getting back to normal. I couldn't be happier that I started my room in June because we've been through the worst of it, guys. And we're still here, okay? I take some of my biggest hits financially in the summertime, okay? And now it's over. And I've learned a lot. You guys have learned a lot. Am I the most energetic, entertaining room out there? Absolutely not. And I don't care. Okay? Trading is not trying to sell you something, trying to be, get you excited that you're going to miss out if you don't take a trade. Good trading is boring. You have to wait for your trades. Okay? Sure, I can give you 30, 40 calls a day if I didn't give a shit about you guys. Okay, but I don't do that. The calls that I give you, okay, are the calls that usually work out. And when they work out well. And when they don't work out, the stocks don't snap against you in 2 or 3 points in a matter of minutes. So I give you safe calls. Okay? But like I said, summer's over with now as far as trading goes. Might have a couple slow days this week, but Labor Day is come and gone tomorrow. And it's full time, man. It's back to beast mode for me. And I couldn't be happier. Couldn't be happier. Like I said, it was difficult. I'm glad you guys stuck through it with me. I think you're going to be extremely happy that you stuck through it through the summertime because you know how difficult it was finding those trades. And yes, I'll tell you again, there were other rooms making calls left and right and saying they're making XYZ and XYZ and XYZ. But you know what? Half of those people that are in those rooms, I got a lot of them now because they blew up their friggin' accounts. And as far as I know, there shouldn't be one person in this room today that has been with me that blew up their account. Okay, and that's more important because that's going to keep you in the game. You got to crawl before you can walk. You got to walk before you can run. You got to run before you can sprint. It's a series. It's a progression. You got to take it step by step. If you want to come into the room from day one, make $1,000 a day, you're not in the right place, guys. My goal for the new traders is to get you consistent, have that $500, $700 to $1,000 a day. And then from there, once you get that done consistently and you have your self-control, you have your trading emotions intact, you know what to do when shit hits the fan. You don't panic. Okay, you don't add to losers. Okay, you cut your losers, you add to your winners. Once you get all that done, then you're going to realize how, not easy, but how simple trading can be if you develop the foresight, the market intuition, having the screen time, and anticipating the moves before they happen. Okay? That's all there is to it. You can make trading as complicated as you want. You could put me in a room with any trader, okay, that uses, 20, 30 different type of technicals. I don't care. Okay? I might not make as much as that trader, okay, because I do trade differently. I'm very comfortable with the way I trade, but I can hold my own. And 20 years later, I'm still in the game, guys. So, there's always going to be people better than you, and there's always going to be people that are not as good as you because they haven't taken the time, the effort, or have the discipline to study and learn. Becoming a trader is no different than becoming a lawyer or a doctor. You got to learn the business. And unfortunately, learning the business means you got to lose money. Oh, and I know I covered this a couple times, but this is for the new people. And I have, picked up quite a few new people last week, and I'm so excited that they watched pretty much all of the webinars already. And that's fantastic. That's just going to get you guys that much closer to being successful. Okay? So I'm excited. Hopefully you can tell I got my passion back. Not like I lost it. It was just a long, brutal summer for me. A lot of stuff was going on, but made it through. And like I said, I cannot wait until Tuesday. Cannot wait. So that being said, thanks again for sticking with me through the summer. I know it's been slow, but we made it. So you guys should be proud of yourselves. I know we made some money. over the summer. I know some traders who did very, very well over the summer. And I know some traders that thought the room was boring, you know. And if you guys want that dog and pony show and you want 20, 30, 40 calls a day, go ahead, guys. I mean, I'm not your man to do that. My goal is to be your mentor and your teacher and to teach you how to trade. That's it. I'm not here to entertain you. I'm here to teach you. Okay? And is it going to be boring sometimes when I don't make those 20 calls a day? You bet your ass it is. But that's what good trading is all about. Okay? I quoted Steve Burns, did a hell of a tweet on my last webinar. I'm going to say, good trading is boring. Because the professional traders only take maybe 3 to 5 trades a day. And that's all you need. Anything else more than that, it's just entertaining. It's just gambling. It's just not what you should be doing. Okay? So we're here. We're here because we're serious. We have a passion. We want to learn. I'm asking you guys to watch the webinars. I'm asking you guys to get more involved in chat. I saw a couple of the new guys and the new girls, asking questions in chat. I love it. That's awesome. Hopefully we can get some people to speak up on mic soon. I'm constantly on my mods. They need to get on the mic as well. In addition to, making sure they're typing in the announcement tabs, all their trades. So that's my issue that I'm dealing with. But like I said, they started with me. And I think we're growing. We're in this together. The mods are doing a great job for being thrown into the fire. Very lucky to have them. So Shauna's kicking ass. D-Mac is great as long as he stays Mr. Happy, which we need to keep him happy and not break his computer that much or throw his monitor out the window. But that's okay. That's something that D-Mac and I are working on together. So, we got, Will Trades, doing great. He's not in the room that much. But we have a good, solid group of mods. AP, when he's here, he's fantastic. So it's my job to get them a little bit more organized in the room, giving you the ideas, just to complement what we are trying to do. And Eric C, man, he's been on fire. He was with me briefly at my old room, and we caught up in Twitter, and I was lucky enough that he joined Iconic, and he's just made such a transformation. And if you guys are having problems with the emotional aspect of trading, please reach out to Eric. He'll be more than happy to help you. Eric C. Even Eric 714. I mean, what a turnaround these guys are making. It's just phenomenal. You just got to do the work, and the work is not hard. See, when you love what you do, it's not work. People say that all the time. You're like, yeah, whatever, it's bull crap, whatever. But it's true. It's not work. Do I get spent? Do I get tired at the end of the day? Yeah, you bet your butt I do, because I'm looking at charts from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. But that's what I love to do. I get tired of it. But you know what? I can't wait. When the day's over, I can't wait till tomorrow. So I get to do it all over again. And if I make it or if I fail, you know what? It's up to me. Nobody can make me succeed or fail except for myself. And if you have not succeeded yet, it's your fault you haven't done so. It's not the market's fault. Okay? People love putting the blame on other things. Oh, it's the market. It's the market makers. No, it's you. You're making the wrong decisions. Okay? You've been taught wrong. Or you're letting your emotions get in the way of having a kick-ass trade. And one of them, I'm going to go over again. One that 714 and I took. I'm got to go over this DWI trade again. Because this would have been an account-changing trade for me as well, especially for 714. I think it was over 36 points we left on the table. So I'm gonna cover that trade briefly too, a little bit tonight. But more importantly, I wanted to instill something that everyone in this room, when I saw your application, okay, I saw you tried, you either got burned, you blew up, you went the wrong room. or you just weren't given the proper tools to actually learn how to trade. So you're here for a reason. Okay? In the beginning, I just didn't take just anybody who wanted to be part of Iconic. And I'm still not going to. I'm changing the format a little bit. Okay? But if there's no passion, if there's no follow-up with the homework, if there's no chart reviews, if you guys aren't watching, the webinars and making progress and letting me know that you're making progress, or letting me know that you need to work on XYZ, or even as simple as letting me know, hey, Pete, you know what? I'm long Tesla from 45. What do you think? We, especially I, can't help you unless I know what you're trading. Okay? And that's very important. Yes. Is it hard for a new trader that's been burned and churned and lost a lot of money, to actually type their trades in chat or to ask me a question? I know it's hard, guys, but you got to break the ice. You got to do it because I am here to help you. Okay, you are paying me every month to give you my knowledge, my tools, my support to get you where you need to be so you don't have to go back to that job that you freaking hate. Take advantage of me while you're with Iconic. Okay? This is what I am meant to do, and that is to help you. Okay? Trading is always going to come as my main source of income. Okay? You guys know this. I don't want my room to ever be big enough where it takes me away from my trading. So therefore, if you're in my room, okay, take advantage of it. Please. I want to help you succeed. I want to be that guy that says, you know what? Someone comes up to you, what do you do for a living? Oh, I'm a day trader. And they smirk and they laugh and they give you this little bullshit, I get it all the time, But I want to be the guy that says, you know what? But I learned from one of the best. And that's what I'm striving for, guys. I'm striving to be better for you, for my family, for my son, and for myself. Trading is about self-mastery. Okay? There's no one else you can blame except for yourself. You're pushing the buttons. You're looking at the charts. You're either doing your homework or you're not doing your homework. And if you're spending, it was $199 a month, which I'm going to reduce it to $149 because no one's really even taking advantage of my time that much doing chart reviews. The first couple of weeks, it was like nonstop weekends. And I didn't care because I loved doing it. But now it's like, okay, another trading day. I don't hear that much in chat. I can only assume that you guys are doing well. But I would love to hear some more feedback. So, that being said, we'll start talking about some long trades, on what to look for when we're taking a position long. But I'm actually going to start taking a long position on a reversal of trend when the stock is down. Okay? Because that's the harder of the two. So we might as well start with the hard shit. Excuse my language. Might as well start with the hard stuff. And then when we get to the easy stuff, it's just going to be so much easier. So let's just get the hard stuff out of the way. So, Friday. I traded AMBA. Let's get this centered up here. Oh, also, while I'm on this little tirade of my emotions and being in control of your trading environment, and if you're successful, it's entirely up to the individual. I totally believe that. I also believe three things. We have picked the profession to succeed in. Okay? I don't think that's great. It's not going to change my mind. Higher rate trading, day trading. Okay? So that tells me something about each one of you. That you know what about this? You want this. So let's make it happen. I'm continually trying to get better and better and better. Every year I raise the bar for me financially. I have to. But it's all about self-mastery, getting better. At the end of the day, when I'm doing my chart reviews, I see, oh my God, I missed so many trades. Imagine if I took those trades on my bank account. Could be. I do that for about 5-10 minutes, and I say, you know what? I let it go. I write down my lesson in my journal. End of story. No more coulda, shoulda, woulda shit. No more. I recognize my mistakes for the day. I write them down on my journal, and I look forward to the next day. Okay. Number 2, there's nothing more self-defeating to you emotionally than trading. Okay? And I'm not talking about loved ones, your family. I'm talking about for a career. Let's be honest. I mean, I blew through a shitload of money in the beginning. Okay? And I still have red days. And you know what? There are days I'm like, oh man, I got to get through this again tomorrow. But I take that negative. I'm like, yep, I'm going to get my money back tomorrow because I know what I did wrong and I'm going to correct it. Okay? And the summertime was hard to do that because there wasn't a lot of follow through. But what I do every morning, okay, I watch motivational videos for about 5-10 minutes. And call it corny, call it whatever you want. That's what gets me going because that's what pushes me to be better. It never allows me to settle with what I have. You always have to push yourself to be better and better and better. And that's what I personally love about trading. Okay? So I go to YouTube, you know, I watch E.T., you know, the hip-hop preacher, friggin' phenomenal. Les Brown is another one. There are so many good motivational videos on YouTube. They're 5, 6, 7 minutes long just to get your head on. So, you know, I'm going to put a link. I really wanted to add it to this seminar or webinar, but there wouldn't be any audio if I did. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the link in with the email. And again, you think it's corny or not, just watch it one time for me. Okay? So when you do have a bad day, you do have a red day, you feel like giving up, you feel like you can't do this anymore, you're tired of it, you're not making progress, watch the video. Get your ass back in gear because you can do this. Okay? It's as simple as that. You can do it. You just need to know how. Okay? We're not guessing here. Okay? We're not hoping. We're playing the probabilities. We're playing the setups. And when you're having a bad day, turn your computer off and walk away and come back tomorrow. Okay? That's the best thing you can do. But those videos keep me focused. They keep me driven. They get me going. And you need that. You need some positivity going into the trading day. Because we are going into an industry with the best of the best, the smartest of the smartest, against the high frequency traders, against the algorithms, you know, against computers, for Christ's sake. And here we are, either in our office or in our house, in our bedroom, wherever you guys trade from, we're going up against the best. So if you don't think you need to be mentally prepared every single day, right from the bell, you're going to lose your ass. Excuse my language. I'm being very frank tonight. I'm excited. This is passionate Pete coming out here. Because now the summer's gone and I know what's coming. But you need to be mentally ready from the first ding. You need to be ready to go. And if you're not, do not trade. Because odds are, if you had a bad night's sleep, you're in a fight with your significant other, you know, you're not feeling good, you got something else preoccupying your mind, you're not going to trade well. So why throw your money away? Just take the freaking day off and come back and kill it tomorrow. Okay? So motivational videos, you know, I'm telling you, they work. They get me so pumped up. It's incredible. And they get me focused. We're in a very, very difficult industry with a very high failure rate. Do not allow yourself to be part of the failure rate. The stocks that I put up on the board every morning are stocks that are safe to trade if you follow my entries and exits. If you go wandering off because you're bored, and I know, I'll tell you this one last time, I don't run the most exciting room out there, but I also don't have traders blowing up in my room left and right. Okay? And I don't think I've given you one trade this whole summer that would have blown up your account. And I take a lot of pride in that. A lot. Because that's not what I do. We trade to make money. We don't gamble. Okay? If you're having a problem with your share size, okay, reduce it. If you need to give something like DWTI a friggin' 3-point stop, reduce your share size. Okay? So let's while I'm on that subject, let's just cover this trade real quick on this DWTI. Because now, you know, we're talking about stepping out of our comfort zone. Okay? And I was gonna save this comfort zone stuff for next webinar tomorrow. So I'm just going to touch on it. We have to step out of our comfort zone because that's where everything is. That's why this business of ours, this thing of ours, Chicago, this thing of ours is so freaking difficult because it makes us step out of our comfort zone. But we have to be comfortable stepping out of our comfort zone. If you need safety and you can't step out of your comfort zone, you need to go to your 9-to-5 cubicle, guys. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Do it. Because the only way that you can be successful is you get comfortable being outside of your comfort zone. It's hard for me. It's hard for some of the best traders out there. Okay? And when you're comfortable outside your comfort zone, guess what it's time to do? It's time to increase your share size. Go bigger. Make yourself more uncomfortable. Okay? It's a constant game, but it's the steps you got to go through to have the $5,000, $10,000 days. You have to. Okay? You have to get outside of your comfort zone. That's the only way that you're going to make the money that I feel you want to make. Again, we got to start with the basics. If you have pie in the sky dreams of joining the room and making $1,000 a day, $2,000 a day, no. You can go waste your money on Tim Sykes or whatever else. You need to learn the foundation. You build it brick by brick by brick. Once you got the first floor done and you're outside your comfort zone and it's not bothering you anymore, it's time to go up a little bit higher. Raise the stakes. That's when you start making the big money. So this DWTI. I'm pretty sure that I was going through my charts, but this had to be today. Eric 714 called it short. I'm thinking, I don't know, like 162 or something. I'm not sure where, but he nailed it, right? And then shortly thereafter, I went in short as well with 714. And thing just tanked. And I was playing off the 2-minute chart. I don't know what 714 was playing it off of. But what we need to do as a group, especially when there was such a huge move, and if you go back and pull up the 5-minute chart for this DWTI on this day, absolutely no reason to get out of the trade, guys. None. We both saw the green, like, wow, 3, 4 points, 5 points, whatever it was. Take it. But what we're going to do, or what I'm going to suggest that we do, because I'm going to be doing it, especially with DWTI, because it's going to be very volatile coming up. Switch to a longer time frame. If we would have switched to the 30-minute chart, okay, you see the 9 period here. You see the VWAP here. Candles never even came close, meaning the downtrend is still intact. So we have a whole day here, one, with 3 green candles, period. We should have been in this trade from the get-go all the way down to here where it pierced to 9. And that would have been 195. That would have been like a 50-point trade. Okay, 1,000 shares, 50 grand. You know, so think about how much money I left on the table. How much money 714 left on the table. But you have to give something like this the range. You got to give it 3 or 4 point stops. That's why your entries got to be precise on a 2 or the 1 minute chart. Okay? And even if you have precise entries, you still need to be able to give it the room to work. Let the stock work. If you're uncomfortable seeing a lot of green candles in a downtrend on a 1 or 2 minute chart, switch to a 15-minute chart. Okay? Because then you'll see the real picture. And on this with the DWTI, the real picture was short all freaking day. Okay? So if you're uncomfortable letting the trade work in your favor, switch to a longer time frame. Don't look at your P&L and just let it go. Set your trailing stops and go on to the next trade. This trade alone would have been phenomenal. It would have been probably, let's just say, it would have been the best trade of the summer by far. And the fact that I took myself out of it and I just kept on scalping it and scalping it and scalping it was just no excuse. I should have just stayed in this damn thing and just rode it all the way down. So I learned a big lesson from it. I know I covered it on a previous webinar, but I'm covering it again because we need days like this. Okay, we need the 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 point moves. We need those days in our accounts to make up for the losing days, especially those that have lost a lot of their account in other rooms. We need to take advantage of these big days when they're presented to us. Okay, so all you gotta do is just switch to a longer time frame. It'll give you a better picture of the overall move. And again, while we're on longer time frames, those that were in the room, remember this day, about a month or so ago, this was, I don't know, I think this is day 1 of the move of this AQXP. Okay, every single one of us in the room, well, I can't say that. Let's say 95% of us in the room just saw this stock go from $2 to $11 in a matter of like 2 hours. Okay? This actually might have been, no, it doesn't matter what day. Doesn't matter what day. We're sitting here watching, saying, can't go much higher, can't go much higher, can't go much higher. And we're all waiting for this short. Meanwhile, we could have got in right here the first time the MA's crossed with that beautiful green elephant bar. You can see that candle right there. Let me move this over. Right here. Sorry, right here. You could have got in right here, around $3. Okay, and just rode it all the way up to $11. And then when it pierces, you get out, comes down, bounces off the 20, and went right back up. I can't tell you how many of the traders in the room, including myself, just watched this happen. Okay? No more. We can't do this. I mean, I scalped it here and there. You can see the arrows, you know, and I did it. I made a couple grand off each trade, but I missed the big move. We have to capture the big moves, guys. And now that the volume's coming back, the hedge fund guys are back, there's going to be more follow through in the moves. So we're going to have moves like this. And when we have moves like this, we cannot ignore the front side of the move waiting for the short. We got to hop on board and just let it ride. Especially this one. This one rode the 9 all the way up. Never gave us a reason to get out. This is one where you could have picked up, 3, 4, 5,000 shares, at $3, and sold it at 10, $11. I mean, that's just ridiculous. And things like this happen 2 or 3 times a month. We just got to take advantage of it. Okay? So let's not worry about where the top's going to be. Let's watch the volume. Let's watch the technical indicators. Let's watch it as it rides a 9 and get in on the pullback. And just let it go. When it starts getting heavy, when it starts double topping, when it starts putting in the lower high, like right here, then we'll start worrying about shorting it. But we can't miss the front side of the move anymore. Okay? We need to capture these big moves to pad our account. And once you get that extra padding in your account, then you can play a little bigger. And when you play a little bigger, you make a little more money. You make a little more money, you get a little more confidence. It all works together. Okay? So that's enough with AXAP. So let's touch on some longs real quick here. From stocks that started off reversing, that were either opened up down or went down and then came back up. And by play on Friday, one of the few stocks that I did play. So you see at the open, came down. Where the hell? Got down at the open and it ripped. Okay, so this bar right here, this is a very, very bullish bar. This actually was a wash. This came all the way down to 69, okay, and got bought right back up. Next bar should have been your entry, with this bar right here being your stop. $70 basically. Very, very tight stop. Extremely bullish. Look at the volume. Got bought up. Came down. It tested the 920. Had a little moving average cross right here. And what happened? The 9 and 20 held. This candle did not pierce it. Plus it was an inside candle. An inside candle means a big move is coming. Okay, this small little candle. It's like a spring. And then what happens? It holds a 920 and then boom, it springs. Almost got a beautiful elephant bar. Okay, came up, tested the 9, got bought right back up. Another bullish bar. Tested red, got bought, turned green. Boom, another elephant bar. These are very powerful bullish bars. Comes up, comes back down, makes a lower high. That's your signal to get out. Okay? Or if you want to, you can wait till it pierces the 9. Okay? It just depends on your tolerance. For me, I was happy with this move here. As soon as I saw this lower high, I cut it, primarily because it was so close to this previous day close. I didn't want it to fail. Okay? But it actually did break the 9. It came down. It held the 20 for a little bit. And then this candle right here, this was another very bullish candle. It's small. It's a short-term bottoming candle. It was red. It got bought up, turned green, stayed on the 9, right on the previous day close. You go long. Where's your stop? Your stop is the low of this candle. It probably would have been 20 cents, 30 cents. So you go long here, you take it up here, and you get stopped out there. Okay? That would have been about a 1.5 move. This one is 71 to 74.50. So let's just say 72 to 74, because of course we're not going to capture the whole move. That's 2 points. Okay, 3.5 points right there. Okay, then it fades back, and then what happens? We always talk about VWAP in the room and how important it is. It held VWAP here. So what makes you think anything else is going to happen here? If it already held VWAP there, it held VWAP here, why wouldn't it hold VWAP here? So they brought it down to make it look like it was going to break VWAP, got some shorts tracked, held VWAP, tested it again, you go long. Came down, tested again and held, you add. Okay, you come up, you sell here because you pretty much got a double top, and your trade's over with AMBA. You're done. Simple as that. So taking a long, you need the volume, you need the bullish candlestick at the bottom, followed by a beautiful green elephant bar almost straight up, come down for a retest, which holds, easily add to your position, because you had the 9 and 20 right there as your support, and let the trade work. Okay? Really stayed in this trade the whole time. But me, I don't do that. As soon as I see weakness, I get out, and I'll go right back in. And I did. I got in here on this move, and I got out. I got out right about here, because it was a lower high. And of course, lunchtime, you know I don't trade during lunchtime. No volume. Barely anything. But here, buy off of VWAP. Okay? Buy off of VWAP. Here, higher low, buy off of VWAP. As long as the stock is bouncing off of VWAP, that's where you look to long it. And in the inverse, if the stock is bouncing to the short side off of VWAP, that's where you look to short it. You don't want to be buying the stock up here, because that's what the rookie traders do. And that's why there's so much money being lost, because you're chasing. You're missing the move. The buy's down here when everyone's selling. And you're buying into here when everyone is, when everyone starts to buy, the pros are selling. So you need to anticipate to do the exact reverse of what you were taught to do. Okay? We short into strength. Okay? And we buy into weakness. That's how you get your good entries. So that was my AMBA on Friday. Let's see what else we got. Tesla. This was just a beautiful example. Again, I mean, I went over these formations with the double tops, the head and shoulders, probably about 2-3 weeks ago. But I would need to show you these in action, that they actually do happen and they actually do work. Okay, so Tesla 2-minute double bottom, simple double bottom, very bullish, moving average cross right there, takes out the high right to the left. As soon as this high right here, there's red bar, it's taken out, you're going long. Moving average cross, high gets taken out, you're going long. You got double bottom. What's your risk? Your risk is the double bottom low. That's your risk. Right here, you're going long. Comes down, holds a 9, you can add, let it go. When it gets to VWAP, you get out. The 200 would have been my first target, and then VWAP, I would have sold into VWAP. And then if it comes down and breaks VWAP, I would have relonged it. But that would have been my target. Get long here off a double bottom, uses red candle high, okay, as your entry point. Boom, look, it just takes off. You think I'm the only one that sees this? Look at the chart. This is what everyone is looking for. Takes off. Beautiful ride all the way up. Comes down, holds at 20, holds at 20, holds at 20. Candles are making higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. As soon as it breaks VWAP, go long. Okay. Aggressive traders could have bought here, but I wouldn't have done that, because I had the 200 here and I had the VWAP. And the risk reward right here wasn't worth it for me. I'd rather wait another 50 cents to be right. So you go long over VWAP, ride it out, comes down, test the previous day close, holds a 9, you're still long. Take it up. This candle, as soon as this candle closed, I would have sold it, because this is not a bullish candle. Okay, this says that the trend is changing. This green candle right here, because if it lasted another couple minutes, this candle would have been red. it was being sold into, which means it was getting very toppy. Okay. In addition, if you look over here, it's a 5 minute, right where the 200 is. And you know that's going to be natural resistance right there. But I wanted to show you this 1, 2, 3. Triple bottom, 238. So when you see these on the charts and you see this coming in, taking out the previous high, this is where your long comes in. Then you got the moving average cross. Okay, we are not the only ones looking for this. This is what the professionals are looking for. This is the most basic pattern, double bottom, triple bottom. What's your risk? Risk low a day. Oh, what I got, 50-cent risk? As soon as it pops, you got the moving average cross, change of direction, take it long. Okay? And when a stock is trading under VWAP, the VWAP is always going to be your first target. Unless you have a 15 period MA there or 20 period MA there, which you won't because we always wait for the 9 and 20 cross. But you might have a 15 period up there or a 50 period up there. But usually VWAP is going to be your first target. And then it comes up here. If you're still long, you sell into the 200. But more importantly, what makes this sell point even more stronger as a confirmation, you look to the left. And all my traders know this. Always look to the left of the current candle. You look to the left. This is previously resistance right here. All this congestion is previous resistance right here. What happened right there? And on top of having all this crap to the left, you got your 200 period moving average. So of course, this is where you want to get out. You look to the left. The left will give you your entries and your exits a lot of the time. Very simple, but remember, look to the left. Long and Baidu. I don't think I covered this one. So with Baidu used to be one of my most favorite stocks to play, and it will be in about 2 or 3 weeks again. But there wasn't much action with the summer. Just been a lot going on overseas with the markets. So I really haven't been playing this that much. I haven't really had a good feel for it. But what I wanted to show you here on the 2 minute and on the 5 minute, on a stock like Baidu, it trades very predictably most of the time. When a stock like Baidu, okay, starts making higher lows, okay, and the moving averages are starting to curl, okay, you're going to get a pop to the upside and just do the opposite to the downside. So here you got a low. And that's a very bullish candle right there, okay? Bounced up, but it was still holding the 9, still holding the 920, still holding 9 and 20. What happens here? You got an elephant bar, and you got a higher low. This low is higher than that low. You got the moving average cross. Okay, this candle breaks over to 50 period MA. Now you got a 3 moving average cross. Extremely bullish. Extremely bullish. So you go long. Comes up, look to the left. You got a little trend line resistance right here. Okay, comes down. Let's see what happens. It tests the 9, the 9 holds. Bullish candle right here. Right on the 9. Extremely bullish. You're in. You're still long. You're still long. You're still long. You're still long. You sell something to VWAP or all of it, depending on your risk. That's a nice, let's say 50, 60 cent move already. Comes down, it breaks the 9. Okay, let's see what happens. It holds the 20. As soon as it gets through VWAP, you go long again, anticipating a little resistance with the previous day close. But this thing just went right through it. It came down, tested the 9, and went right through it. And then on this candle, I would have sold. Actually, the candle right next to it. So for longs, you look for higher lows, followed by elephant bar or short-term bottoming bar. on a moving average with the moving average cross, and you see some of the volume starting to come in, take it long. I mean, it's simple if you know what to look for. And the things to look for are very simple things. They're small things that are the big tells with certain stocks. And for Baidu, it's the lower high or the higher low followed by the moving average cross. That's how Baidu trades. That's why I love trading it so much. Google, this I wanted to pull up on a 2-minute. This was just obvious. And you guys know I'm working on my UXY right now. I'm trying to figure out a nice technical way to play that off my trendline support, my trendline resistance. But there's Google, okay? 1, 2, 3. You can actually draw a trend line starting way over here, all the way across. Okay, I can see it. I'm sure you guys can see it too. You don't even need to draw it. But after this happened, see over here it was trend line resistance. Now it becomes support. Say at 590, 598. Hold on a second. Yeah, 598. So it holds. So it comes back up and it comes down. And it holds again. So what do? You take it long with your stop being right below this candle. Ride it up, comes down, test the 9, holds, ride it back up, double top. This is where you could have went short and rode it both ways. Okay? Comes down. So what do you think is going to happen if it comes down to this area again? You're going to want to go long. Because it held. Look what happened. It came down to the same exact area. It got bought right back up. Extremely bullish candle right here. Into an almost huge elephant bar. Right back up. Came down. Tested the moving average cross right here. Held the 50. And it goes right back up. Uh-oh, what do we have here? Triple top. What do? We short it. If you want to do both sides of the trade. Could have taken it, shorted it, covered it right here on the 50. Getting into the close, you're going to look for your first major support. In this case, it would have been the 50. You cover. But this is really what I wanted you guys to see. There is no moving average here. Okay? It's just an area of interest where there are buyers. And what's this up here? 602, same thing, triple top. You short these guys. There's no moving averages around here. Okay? There's nothing. Look here on the 5-minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. You short. This for some reason, 602 was a magic number on Google. Yeah, it breached it here for a minute, but it came right back down. You have to notice these double, triple tops. And even though there's nothing there, there's no lines, there's no VWAP, there's no moving averages, there might be a Fibonacci retracement. But that's okay. I don't need to see that. All I need to know is say, hey, double top, it's getting stuffed at 602. I'm going short. Or I see down here, oh, wow, this thing's holding the 597 areas. Held it once, held it twice. Next time it comes down to 597, I'm putting an order in to go long. This is what you need to look for. Okay? Is it double bottoms, triple bottoms? Because they're money. Most of the times, especially on the mainstream stocks, they hold and they work. Because every trader's taking them. It's just crowd psychology. You follow the crowd. Problem is, you got to know what crowd to follow. And that's what I'm trying to help you understand, knowing what stocks to trade and how to trade them to maximize your profits and how to minimize your losses. Okay? Most of the damage to a lot of people's accounts have been done at the open. Okay? I've even gotten to a point where I'm waiting 5-10 minutes now, sometimes maybe even 15, before I even place an opening order or a trade at the open, because the summertime has been so friggin' unpredictable. The volume has been really light. They can control the stocks and do whatever they want to do with them, basically. So the traders really don't have an advantage in the summertime over the market makers. So here, I just wanted to bring this up. ALX ended. This was from Friday as well. I'm going to put this stock on my watch list for Tuesday. Here, if you had a 5-minute, you see it was a double bottom. Okay, but more importantly, this candlestick pattern right here, one of these candlestick patterns that I went over probably last webinar. This is a bottoming candle. Okay, I don't care you want to argue with me or not. This to me is a bottoming candle. It would have been nice if this whole thing was filled and there was no wick on top. Okay, but I ignore that wick. Okay, I see this candle followed by this candle. I know a long is coming. So as soon as this high from this candle gets taken out, I'm going long. Okay, what's my stop? My stop is low of day, which is 171. Where's my entry? 171.30. Okay, 30-cent stop. Fine, what happened, Pete? Well, I went long as soon as this broke. Came up, tested the 50, went down, got bought back up, and closed on the 9. Okay, beautiful sign. Trend's intact. It made a higher low. I'm still long. What happens? Beautiful elephant bar. Open and close high. Beautiful. Extremely bullish. Okay, still long. What do we got? Beautiful 3 moving average cross right there. Tested the previous day close. Came down, held the moving averages, and just took off. Okay, I would have sold right here at VWAP. It ended up going, well, another 30, 40 cents. Got sold off into. Tested the 9. Got a little bounce up to the 200. And that was it. I actually think it came down back to a lower day. But these candles are what we need to look for. Okay, these are the tells. Okay, I don't need you to know every single candle. Just study those 2 or 3 candle patterns that I gave you guys. And that's when you know when to take a stock long. I have no problem longing stocks. I can call longs. But to me, the fast money, the easy money, is in the shorts. Okay, but now with the scan, and I just programmed 2 more scans, which I'm going to tweak tomorrow. I'm going to be calling just as many longs as shorts. So you guys feel free to take whatever you want if I call it. But I'm always going to be biased towards shorting a stock. It doesn't mean I'm not going to take a long. I mean, I've longed the UVXY, I've longed DWTI, I've longed Tesla. I mean, I do take longs. I just like the fast money because if the stocks go down a heck of a lot faster than they go up. So that's why I like to short stocks. But this is how we do longs. So you've seen the longs, you've seen the setups when the stock is down. This is the hardest part of picking a long on a trend reversal. Okay? Once you got this down, finding a long when the stock is up is a piece of cake. So we're starting with the hard stuff. We're starting with, okay, let's find a piece of the pie that's going to be a sign that the stock is going to go from red to green. We're getting a trend reversal. And these candles are a part or a piece of the pie. That's why you need to know them. That's why you need to know when a candle gets sold off and gets reclaimed and closes above the moving average, that's a very bullish sign. What happened? Boom, elephant bar. Extremely bullish. Comes down and tests. It holds. Another bullish sign. There she goes. Boom, all the way up. So from 170, let's just say went long at 172.40, and we got out of like around 173. Beautiful trade, and not one reason to have a heart attack or panic, because it was on the 9 the whole time. And you can see the volume. Look at the volume increasing. If this volume was fading off like it was here, notice how there's no volume here. Okay, that to me, not having this volume and the stock's dropping, this move is not going to stick. There's no volume. There's no confirmation. There's nothing. Boom! But as soon as this happens, look what happens. The volume just suddenly magically appears. That's the trend. That's what you want to hop on board and take it long. All right. So that's that one. I think that's it for my charts. On the email with this, like I said, I am going to put a motivational video. One of my favorites. Please just take 6 minutes out and watch it, because when you get your ass kicked one day in the market, you're going to need to come back and watch this video. Okay? And I am not saying this for any other reason except it's the truth. If somebody wants to be a day trader, I totally believe they can do it. You can be as great as you want to be if you put in the time and you have the self-discipline and you have the desire to do it. Okay? If you're in it for the money, the market's going to kick you out. You're in it for the wrong reason. Okay? The only thing I ask, and most of my guys that know me know I'm very passionate about this. When the day comes that this just clicks and you still want to trade and you move on from Iconic and you don't need a chat room anymore, or you want to stay because I'm such an entertaining guy, it doesn't matter. You're more welcome to stay, but just pay it forward, because there's so much bull crap out there right now, guys. That's why I started my room. Really, to get a little personal, so some of you guys know this, some of you don't. I'm 45 years old. When I was 43, I had a stroke. Okay, for almost 3 days, I was paralyzed my whole left side. Okay, so I had a four-year-old boy at the time. Scared the living hell out of me. Especially being 43 years old. So I stepped back. I'm like, holy crap, what just happened to me? And I didn't really realize up until that point how precious life is. And I'm like, okay, what do I have to show for it? Money's good. Got a nice house, got a beautiful family. What am I doing? What's my legacy? What am I leaving behind for the next generation? And that's what Iconic is about. So when you guys get to be successful consistently and decide that this is what you want to do full time, find good people that have a passion and teach them how to trade. That's all I'm going to ask from you guys. Okay? On that note, do not give up on your dream. It's going to be a great journey this year. It's going to happen. We made it through the most difficult part. Just hang in there, because now it's going to be fun. Okay? I'm not telling you I'm going to be making 30 calls a day, but I'm telling you the calls that I will be making are going to be probably 10 times the amount that I made over the summer. So I'm excited. I appreciate your patience. Watch the motivational video, and I will follow this up with another webinar probably tomorrow sometime. Enjoy your night, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Oh, I also wanted to say, if I'm pronouncing it right, Ohana, I believe, is Eric C. Ohana is family. I believe it's in Hawaiian. I may be pronouncing it wrong, but it's on Iconic's page, and it's pretty much meaning family, that nobody gets left behind. So if you are struggling and need extra help, call me and pick up the phone. I still have 5 people this weekend that I need to reach out to. I'm here. I want to help you guys. All right? So don't be afraid to call and ask. And if you don't want to call, shoot me an email. On that note, guys, girls, until tomorrow, be safe and have a good one.